Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. So in today's recipe, I'm going to be showing you all how I make this delicious and flaky sausage roll recipe. My name is Linda and you're welcome to my channel. So for the list of ingredients, I'll be using some all-purpose flour and I have in there 6 cups. Then I'll go ahead and grate in my nutmeg. So if you have the already grated nutmeg, you can use that. So I'll also go ahead and combine all the dry ingredients together. So now I already have my butter already grated, so it's easier to work with a great butter. So then I'll go ahead and add them into the dry ingredients, and you're going to make sure that the butter is very cold. You need a very cold butter for this recipe. So moving on, I went in and start mixing everything together. So you want to mix them with your fingers. If you have a food processor, go ahead and use that. It's way easier when you use a food processor, but for the purpose of this video, I'll be using my fingers. I'll mix them until I get the sandy crumbly texture. So when that is done, I have in some whole lemon, so I'll go ahead and use just half of the lemon, and I'll be using the juice. You can also use the zest if that's what you want to use. So I'll go ahead and add in the lemon juice to a cold chilled water. So I'll stir it, then I'll add the cold water to my flour mixture. Then I'll go ahead and combine them together until a dough is formed. Be careful on the amount of water that you're going to add. Just add the water gradually until you get the consistency that you're looking for. You don't want it to be too soft. So when all that is done, I already went ahead and divide the dough in half. So I'll be wrapping one of the half with a plastic wrap. So when I'm done wrapping them with a plastic wrap, I'll also go ahead and put everything in the fridge to chill for about 30 minutes before I start using them. So moving on, I'm going to be needing some bouillon powder, cornstarch, and the sausage beef. So now I went ahead and chopped up the sausage beef and add them into my food processor. Here I'll be adding just a little bit of stock cube or bouillon powder. This is optional. Then I'll also go ahead and add in some cornstarch. This will help the sausage to stick together when it's fully baked. So you can add in your bouillon powder or you can skip that out because the sausage has a bit of sodium, so it's already salty. So don't add too much, just a little bit, or you can totally skip that out. And also make sure that you're using unsalted butter when you're making your dough. So when that is done, I'll go ahead and cover the food processor that I'm going to roughly blend this. That's what I'm using my food processor because I don't want it to blend smooth, so I'll just roughly blend it. So now I'll be flying my work surface. Then I'll go ahead and place the dough. I'll cut it in half so it's easier for me to work with. So when that is done, I'm just going to roll them out until I get a flat surface. So I want to use this opportunity to say a thank you to my new, old, and returning subscribers. You guys are amazing. So if you've not yet subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead, click on that red subscribe button and also the bell icon. That way you get notified each time I upload a new video. So when I'm done with rolling out the dough, I'll use my pizza cutter to trim the edge of the dough so it has a clean edge. Now when I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and scoop in a generous amount of the beef sausage onto the dough. Now I'll go ahead and brush the dough with some water so it sticks properly. You can also brush with some eggs. Now I'll go ahead and roll the dough just to get that sausage roll look. I also have other recipes on how you can make your sausage roll. I'll leave the link in the description box down below so you can also check that out. And if you don't like using beef, you can also use turkey sausage or chicken sausage. So I'll go ahead and use the pizza cutter to trim off the excess dough. I'm also going to use the leftover dough to make other sausage. So moving on, I'll use a cutter to kind of cut the dough in half because I don't want it too long like that. You can also make yours different sizes, so you are going to choose the size that you're going for. Okay, so now this is how I want mine to be, looking like this. So I will line them up in a parchment paper. So now I'll be using egg wash, just eggs, and I added egg and a little bit of milk. Then I'm going to go ahead and brush the surface of the sausage roll. Then I'll be baking this in the oven in a 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. You know the level of your oven, so bake for about 15 minutes or more, and it's looking like this. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Hope you subscribe to my channel. I'll see you all in my next video. Have a blessed day and bye.